It's day 3 of Airecon and we're on a very short escalator going backwards.
And this is the second time we filmed this. So this year, Airecon Northwest is in association with Dice Tower. So we've had Mike DeLucio, Zee Garcia and Camilla Cacorn here, available to chat to people and to play games with people. And actually that's what we're going to do now. So we're going to play a A.R.T Project, which is a game it's been on my radar quite a while actually. It's often been on the list of things to look out for, but we've never had a chance to play it. So let's do that now. How lovely were Zee and Camilla? What a lovely experience that was.
Yeah, it was really nice. Last time I was at Airecon, which was actually the Harrogate one back in March, I actually was looking at how A.R.T Project worked with the guys at Hachette. Didn't actually get a chance to play, so it was really nice to be able to play one of those games that's sort of been on your radar to look at, and of course get a chance to play, much as we do with Watch It Played at the Harrogate one, to some of the guys from the Dice Tower come over and spend time with us here. Really nice. That's one of the things we love about these kind of conventions, where you do get to sit down, play games more, it's not all vendor halls and sort of exploring new stuff. You can sit down and play things that you know and love, or discover something new.
I must confess it was slightly odd, because we've watched so many Zee videos where he's taught us games. For him to teach us a game in person felt a bit like YouTube Live, which is a bit surreal, but yeah, lovely experience, and it's great to have those experiences at these kind of conventions.
One of the great things here at Airecon is that you can get yourself a mug, and then when you go over to the coffee place, your tea and coffee is just £1 for the whole time. You just refill with your fancy new mug, which you get to take home with you.
Love a solo-based game, and I spend a lot of time sitting on a train for work. So the idea of a solo-based RPG adventure is right up my street, particularly when it looks so lovely. So tell me about Colossal.
Yeah, sure. So Colossal is a solo journaling RPG game. So you're exploring the Colossal, which is a castle so massive that there are continents and oceans within the rooms of the structure itself. A truly colossal castle. Yeah, got to keep using different words for big, but basically Colossal is what I keep deferring to. So yeah, it's a journaling game, as I said. So you're keeping a diary of your adventures as you explore this crazy structure. And it's all powered by a standard deck of playing cards. You draw cards, you check them against the rules in the book, and that gives you prompts of incredible things you discover on your journeys, such as massive doors between rooms, and the rafters and the rooftops and all sorts of fun stuff like that. And then you weave those prompts together in your journal however you want. It's really your story to tell. So it is kind of part game, part creative writing exercise.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So a lot of variation then.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like I give you a lot of setting, I give you a lot of lore, but it's really like your quest and what your character does on their adventure is kind of up to you.
And obviously striking artwork. What are the influences on this?
Ooh, broad, I'd say. Like I'm an illustrator first, so I sort of trained as an illustrator, and I did I still do a lot of comics work. So there's a lot of comic influence in there. There's a lot of French comics, a lot of Japanese comics. I like manga, I like bande dessinée in France, things like Mobius, stuff like that. I like Miyazaki, Ghibli stuff, obviously. But then there's a lot of video game influence in there as well, and I've tried to make I think my artwork generally just sort of speaks to video games, but in an analog form, like on the tabletop kind of thing. Yeah. So there's a lot of Zelda in there. There's kind of Final Fantasy references and stuff as well. So it's a real hot pot, but it all comes from good, solid, nerdy stuff.
Yeah, good Shadow of the Colossus going on in there.
Yeah, definitely some Shadow of the Colossus in there. Yeah.
Well, so it seems fantastic, and it's available now. Where have you got hold of this?
Yeah, basically colossal.com, but Colossal spelt weird, C-O-L-O-S-T-L-E. So Colossal spelt like castle. Colossal.com. You can see everything that's on the table there, and yeah, you can order online as well.
And once people play this and fall in love with this, more coming in the future?
Absolutely, yes. So 4 books out so far. I've got a core book and 3 expansions, and I plan to have a total of 6 books. I do a Kickstarter typically every year, so there's 2 more to come.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So we're here at MacGuffin Company for more RPG stuff, and you've got a new one, Piitcaller, coming out.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this one. I absolutely love it. It's a kind of tongue-in-cheek, sort of low fantasy, nostalgic, inspired by Choose Your Own Adventure 2-player RPG. So we've got one player who's the GM, and they essentially take the role of the Choose Your Own Adventure book, but with a lot more collaboration. And then we've got one player who's the adventurer, who is basically a disenfranchised gig worker, because we figured those are the only people who'd actually have no choice but to go in a dungeon looking for treasure. And you play in this world that is run by very out-of-touch wizards, where wizards are kind of a thinly veiled metaphor for billionaires. Yeah, it's brilliant. So in this book, we've got the rules. It takes about 5 minutes to make a character, and then we've got loads of monsters, instructions on how to create your own enemies. We've got how to create a scenario and a full 10-session campaign in this book, so that you've got everything you need. And we've got loads of random rolling tables, my favourite of which is What's This Contest? And we've also got a 10-session introductory campaign in here, all in this one book.
Oh, we like introductory campaigns. They're really helpful, so that sounds great.
You'd have been seeing we love the games Scout, and I'm with Mike from HuffNoMore to talk about Sakana Stack.
Hiya, how you doing?
So, this is based on a fish market in Japan. It's a card-based game. Tell me about it.
Yep, so Sakana Stack is based on the Tsukiji fish market in Tokyo, Japan. I'm the designer of the game, and my wife Joss has done all of the artwork for it. We wanted to have that sort of traditional Japanese kind of feel, so the artwork's with Japanese ink brushes, and the idea is that you're trying to sell all of this lovely seafood to your customers.
So, we've seen games like this that work really well at group settings, but we play a lot of games at 2-player. So, is this going to be a 2-player game that works really well?
Yeah, so we originally made the game as 3 to 5 players, but we do have a 2-player variant which we're just finishing play testing and will be available for when the Kickstarter launches.
And it's a quick to play game, works well with families, accessible rules.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of based on kids that I played when I was younger, like card games when I was a child with my family. So a combination of that with more interesting dynamics of new card games that come out. So we play it with my 8-year-old, we play it with my mum and dad. It's, you know, pick up and learn it in 5 minutes, but then a bit of strategy to kind of master.
So we're going to have a 2-player playthrough of this game, but when can people get hold of this? When's it going to be on crowdfunding or?
Yep, so the Kickstarter is going to launch on the 1st of October. The Kickstarter pre-launch page is live now, so people can sign up to it. Also go to our website, www.HuffNoMore.co.uk, and we have a mailing list set up there as well.
Brilliant. One of my favourite things you can do at Airecon are kind of these giant versions of games. So we played Just 100, which you've talked about in the past, where many people are all trying to give clues for one word. And it's amazing how the game kind of still works with that kind of volume of number.
Yeah, well, you tend to start with normal player count, and then after sort of a certain number of cards, then 2 tables will maybe merge together, and you've got like a double-sized game, and then 2 more tables will merge together after a few more games, and then you've basically got a quadruple-sized game, and then after that, the whole room is included, and of course, trying to get those clues without the crossovers is really fun and interesting.
It worked out this time.
Yeah.
Volcano. Who would have guessed? Well, actually, Rick guessed quite easily.
And another extra large game that we've played is a Draftosaurus. So we call it Draftosaurus Rex because obviously it's huge. So a lot of us all playing together, trying to draft those dinos and get them in the correct park. So that was a lot of fun as well, and it's a game that we really enjoy. that's it. Airecon Northwest is finished for the weekend. Unfortunately, it has been a fantastic weekend here. The vendors are all packing up and gone, but the tables are here still open for a couple more hours, but we need to hit the road to get all the way back to Kent.
Yeah, we've had a very exciting couple of days, playing all sorts of new games that are new to us, ticking off some of the old ones we should have played a long time ago, and some really fun events. It feels slightly different to a normal Airecon, which is obviously where we'll be going to next year for the 10th.
10th
Airecon in Harrogate. But obviously, do let us know in the comments down below what was your favourite bits if you were here, or what have you enjoyed seeing us doing. Do tell us in the comments down below. And of course, if you've just discovered us and you're like, who are these people? I'd like to see more of them. There's a special subscribe button you can press and you'll be told when we've updated a new video.
Yeah, we would love it if you would do that. I'm Libby and this is Julian, and we will see you next time.
Thanks for watching.